Ask me how bad Super Bowl 48 was.
How bad was it, Larry?
The last time a Bronco looked that bad, O.J. was lying in the back seat. That's how bad it was. I want to tell you, it was a rotten game. You learn a lot about a civilization by the way they treat their animals. I'm glad there are people who are protesting over there, and I'm glad they're trying to save those dogs. And I think the way the Russians are dealing with that situation tells us a lot about their civilization. But back to the biathlon. I want to see the Olympics come back to L.A.
Yeah.
And then I want a new event. I want the drive biathlon.
Absolutely.
We'll get rid of the skis and the rifles, and it's all going to be stolen cars and Uzis.
Yeah.
We'll have some fun with this thing out here.
He was supposed to be drafted third or fourth. Do you think that he'll be drafted in that area, or do you think he'll fall, or what?
Wouldn't surprise me at all if he falls some. I mean,
really?
Listen, there are people who are going to look at it and say, we don't need the distraction. Good for you, but we don't need the questions in our locker room. I'm sure there's some people back there who will hesitate, and it may hurt him in the draft. The easy thing would have been, okay, let's get drafted, I'll get with the team, I'll get my contract, and then if I decide to come out, I'll do it later. But this guy's got a lot of guts to do it now because it really could hurt him.
How many gay players do you think are in the NFL right now? What's the percentage you think there are in the NFL?
Well, what's the percentage of gay people in America? Whatever you have in society, you probably have when you have a large group of people joined together to play sports.
The Tour de France, Larry. Tell us a
Tour
little
de France.
What the hell
is
it?
It's everybody's favorite.
What is it?
It's everybody's favorite. It's a bunch of pedal pushers over in France, and they ride their bikes, and they go through the mountains, and then they stop, and they stay at a hotel, and they have a nice meal, and then, when it's nice in the morning, they get up and start riding again, and I'm thinking, you know what? Come on. You guys are a bunch of wimps. If you want to have a bike race, you start in Leeds, and the first one to Paris wins.
Exactly.
And I don't want any stopping along the way. I want you to put a light on your bike and a reflector and go at night. I want to see you go through the Alps and make this thing interesting. None of this stop and let's get pampered and have a massage and first one to Paris wins. Come on, let's do it right.
I love it. It's Larry Burnett.
Alex Rodriguez should not be in the Hall of Fame for pure arrogance. I don't care about anything else. I mean, that eliminates you right there. But what would have happened to baseball after the lockout if McGuire and Sosa and Bonds had not been taking steroids and blasting those baseballs out of parks all over the place? Would the people have come back?
It'd have been like
would
soccer.
Baseball have been the same?
It'd have been like soccer
Yeah,
here
well,
in the United States.
I mean, without that, I don't know if baseball is today what baseball is today. Hey, can we get something straight right here from the start?
Sure.
Peyton Manning's helmet is too small. I mean, he comes out of every game looking like Gorbachev or like he tried to take a U-turn in the birth canal, and it's got to stop. I mean, they're worried about the concussions. They need to worry about this guy's head. He's got to fix that helmet. If you're going to say that Dennis Rodman is a diplomat, you might as well say that Charles Manson was a social worker. I mean, it just isn't so. I mean, listen, this guy's hanging on. He's trying to run some overtime on his 15 minutes of fame. He got some guys to go with him. I'm sure there's some big paychecks involved. These guys are all hangers-on. Several of them are former alcoholics or continuing alcoholics. You deal with Dennis, you know what you're getting into, and it's just become a big political fireball over there now with the things he's said, and he's been out of control, and I'm sure a lot of the guys that are with him now wish that they weren't with him and wish they hadn't gone. But I'm just wondering about Manning and why he doesn't cash in on this. Wouldn't it be great Sunday if he comes up to the line and all of a sudden he yells, Papa John! Papa John! Good deal! And how about even take it a step further? Let's get the corporate sponsors in on this, Ford, F-150, please, $3.99. I mean, can you see that? I can't believe the NFL hasn't cashed in on that already.
I love having him on the show, man.
He's funny. He's
unbelievable,
funny.
man. He's just not the normal sports guy, so he just kicks out.